Yes, right.
Yes.
I don't go every day. I don't.
I have a poop journal.
You do?
Katie, your face.
Hey, I think a poop journal is great, though.
It is a really good idea.
Because you
Reminds me of
forget how
Mom.
many days you don't go in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really good
Well-
idea because sometimes it's. Sorry, Katie, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say sometimes I don't go for 3 days. And then I'm like, what? So then I tend to eat like more salads, more fruit, a lot more of my water. And then that usually gets things going. But
Yep.
yeah. And that's probably why I have my diarrhea like monthly. I have like a terrible bout of diarrhea at least monthly.
I think it's just unloading because it all works so slowly. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah. Then all of a
it's a
sudden,
volcano.
It is a volcano.
And sometimes it happens in the middle of the night. And I thought, well, I just say, well, thank God it's gone.
well, yeah. Sometimes I have to take medication to stop it because it just won't stop. It just turns into water and it just won't stop. So I have to take a medication to just stop anti-diarrheal.
Really?
And then I don't eat anything the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And then by the next day, it's fine and gone.
Well, hopefully mine is. Like I said, I've had this, but only like a few times a year. But this one, it's never been like this. So maybe it's just that I know I wasn't drinking enough water at all. I was like drinking more Diet Pop than I was drinking water, stuff like that. So that probably affected it because I'm usually really good and I make homemade Gatorade. So I'm drinking that daily, but not a ton. So I have a question for you all. Have you yet seen the Twizzler longs?
No, I have not.
Wow. I do like Twizzlers. I don't eat a lot
They're
of
my
sugar, but I
favorite.
do
I
like them.
love Twizzlers.
I do too. But I like those other ones too. I
The
don't know the
pull and
name of
peel?
them, but
The pull and peel?
no, not those kind. It's just like a more expensive
Twizzler?
Twizzler, basically. It's more
Hmm.
cherry or more strawberry tasting. Sometimes you can get them like in a little nugget thing, or I don't know. But
This is okay. Well,
one
I
of my
love
faves.
Twizzlers, and
I do
Brian.
too.
I'm like, I am probably only going to eat one of these. They are well.
Huge.
This is
They don't even fit in the camera.
they're 1.5 feet long.
Well, yeah. Then how are you gonna keep them fresh?
Right. How are you going to?
I'm going to smash them and bend them and put them in a gallon bag.
Well, there you go.
Right.
Girls, okay, so I wrote down a whole bunch of notes for this food thing, and I'm glad I did because I can't believe, I don't know if I would have said all this or remembered to say it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like
I
during
wrote
this
everything
podcast.
down too. I wrote all my stuff down that I eat in a normal day, but I really only eat twice in a day because I do that 16-hour fasting, intermittent fasting.
You still do that?
You're still doing it.
Wow.
Okay,
Still
I
doing
just
it.
thought you did that to jumpstart.
Well, I did, and then I continued because I kept losing weight, so I continued.
So can you drink
No.
things on intermittent fasting?
I drink plain black coffee and my liquid IV in the morning when I get up until 1 p.m.
So you don't drink
Really?
any liquid protein?
No, I do not drink any liquid protein.
Yeah.
No,
I do.
Sometimes
The
that's
only
the only way I
kind
can
of
get my protein in.
protein I eat is, or I drink is when I make my protein smoothie. I put vanilla whey protein, in one of those big measuring things, and I have that. I switch between apple and peanut butter when I eat at one, or that. So in the protein shake that I make, I put my own frozen bananas. I put mixed berries from Costco. They're frozen. I put Greek yogurt, I put spinach or kale, and then I put a little bit of milk just to make it creamy. And then I put one of those big scoops of the whey protein, vanilla whey protein in there, and then that gives me 32 ounces.
Okay.
And that's one thing that I'll have. That's a protein, but I do not drink protein shakes.
Okay.
For me, they're too expensive.
That's what I spend my money on, though. And I think they're at Costco.
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't remember how many are in a case at Costco for $29 or whatever it is. Sometimes it's on sale.
Yeah. I think it's 18.
Yeah, it's worth
think
it
it's
for
18.
me. I just don't
Yeah.
take again.
Right. And if that's what you do, then that's
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah.
Right.
If it was in my routine, but 2 days a week, I got to be to work so early. That's never going to happen.
Right.
No,
Like, I'm
right,
never
no.
going
I
to do
can
all that
see
shit.
that. Like probably if I was working, I would probably do that. But since I'm retired now,
Yeah.
I can make my
Yeah.
Yeah.
smoothie.
Yeah. Yeah. I either drink mine over ice or I get a double shot of espresso over venti size and then pour it over that.
I did do that with you. And I did do that for a little while.
So
and that's
good.
so good. But I
Oh my God.
have, I have that Nespresso machine here, and
Yeah.
and now, you could eat. I do have some of those protein bottles. I haven't done it in a while, but I do 2 shots of that espresso in a cup, and then I pour ice and then that cold protein shake in there, and that is good. But I haven't done it in a little bit. I should try
Yeah.
that maybe tomorrow. That's a good idea.
You can do so many yummy things with those things, but that's a lot of time how I get my protein
Yeah. Well,
because sometimes I don't want to eat it.
yeah. So what do you do? What do you think that you do in a day, Bridget, to eat? Like when you eat, what do you eat in a day? I'm sure it probably varies every day, but what was it that you?
In the morning, I either eat a protein bar, an English muffin, toastish, or
Yum,
chewy granola bars.
yum, yum.
Yeah,
I love English muffins.
me too. I have bagels. I just finished them up. They're okay. It's almost too much now. English muffins are perfect. A little bit over
Right.
toasted and then they're crunchy. Then you put the butter on them. I should put peanut
Yum.
butter on them, but I don't. So when I have that, then I'll have a protein shake. And that's almost too much. Like a whole English muffin and a
Yeah,
protein
that
shake
would
is
be
almost
yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if I
bagels
just
are
had my
kind of a
shot, it's
lot
too much at all.
too.
I mean, like I
Right.
can't even put it down. What?
I was gonna say bagels are kind of a little bit too much, I
Yeah,
feel like.
that's why I completed or I ate all of those and then I was done. But I love cream cheese. I suppose I could put cream cheese on the English muffins. I don't know. But anyway. Okay. So then I have I've been on this pickle kick lately. I'm talking like for the past week and a half. So I saw it on TikTok and they're called pickle flights. I don't know if you guys have heard of these.
Pickle
Okay.
what?
Pickle flights, like a beer flight, but they're pickle flights instead.
Okay.
So they have so some girls have like 4 halves. I'm like, there's no way I could eat all that. I can barely eat the 2 halves, but yeah. And I should get the list, but I'll try to tell you some from memory. I have like 24. I haven't tried all of them yet. So, and I like this because for me, I'm not hey, let's go eat a salad. That sounds delicious. I'm not that person. I will never be that person. I will eat a salad. Sometimes I'll have it with dinner or something, but I'm not like, let's just get everything and have a salad every day. Nope. Never going to do it. So I thought this
I
is a
do
great
that
way to
every
get
day.
I don't, what?
I do that every day.
See, I couldn't do it. It's not me. So in order to get my vegetables, I like to do them different ways. And this was the newest way. And so it's pickles. And then now there is one that's a peanut butter topping. And I thought I would absolutely spit it out of my mouth, but it's actually good. Now, is it my favorite? No, but I would have it again. Okay, so I do 2 half pickles. Sometimes there's cottage cheese, sometimes there's cream cheese. So I could do cottage cheese, honey mustard, and that is delicious. But you can do red onions on top of that. Not red onions, red pickled onions. I have
That sounds good.
Yes, it's very good. And then I have the one that's like I have banana peppers. I do cream cheese and banana peppers. I do the cream cheese, everything seasoning and olives.
Yum.
I have not artichoke hearts, my God, hearts of palm. And I'll do cottage cheese, regular mustard, and cut up hearts of palm. I've done hummus and pita chips. Frickin' my favorite.
Yum.
The
Hummus and pita chips
Stacy's,
on a pickle?
yes, the Stacy's
Wow.
the Stacy's pita chips are frickin'
Pita,
oh my
yeah.
God. So hummus
Those are
and
good.
that. I've done cream cheese, salami, regular cheese, and dill relish, and that's really
This
good too. All on
Sorry
top
to
of the
interrupt.
pickle.
That
Yeah.
sounds really good. That all sounds really good. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the Tiffany plate. I used to do that and I got real sick of it real quick. Too many
Yeah,
vegetables.
yeah, yeah. I was like, that sounds like a variation of the Tiffany plate.
It is.
Yes, but it sounds so good.
Yes.
I
There's ones, yeah. There's ones that was like one of the first ones I saw was she had peanut butter and jelly. She said it was gross. The peanut butter was just better. It was either cottage cheese or cream cheese and
I could do that on a pickle.
hot Cheetos. So
I don't
there's a
eat
lot
hot
of
I don't eat
Cheetos.
Cheetos. I've never had those.
I love Cheetos, like just the regular Cheetos, the crunchy ones.
It would probably calm down a little bit with that cream cheese because usually hot things with milk.
Yeah, I tried it. Couldn't, nope.
No.
No. So I put regular Cheetos on, delicious. I have Cheez-Its. I want to try that. I try to do like the vegetables. You know what I mean? Like put all like the pickled onions and that's what I try and do. So that's why I got the green olives and all that. And then I get protein. So I'm getting vegetable with the pickle, then a protein, then more vegetable. And so
True.
that's what I eat.
There you go.
normally
Yeah.
for lunch, and then dinner, whatever I'm making for everybody. So that could be hamburgers with a salad or hamburgers with applesauce and like a side of green beans or chicken and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Like I do those. My God, this is so good. If you put a thing of salsa, a thing of cream cheese, and 2 to 3 chicken breasts in the crock pot all day long. Holy mother of
Yeah.
God. They make the best burritos. It's like cheesy or creamy salsa chicken burritos or whatever the name of it is. They're
So
so
good.
good. Oh my God. So yeah,
Sounds good.
whatever. Sometimes we have pizza, sometimes we have really good, I don't know. Dinner varies for me, but I try to get protein in there.
Yeah, because you're trying to feed 2 men too.
Yes,
Nathan and yeah, right, and try to please them. Yeah, yeah,
correct.
yeah,
Yeah.
And even so, you guys, if it were just me, I would probably like eat cheese and crackers. I wouldn't make myself a whole dinner. Would you guys?
yeah. I don't know. Since it's Bob and I, we do make meals, we make our meals here, and we have a lot of leftovers, because I feel like we still are making for 4 people.
Yeah,
So, we have our leftovers, but, I don't know I don't know if it was just me, if
I
I'm
think you would get hungry for things and that
probably.
I mean, I think it's hard to cook for 2 to begin with because how do you manage that and not and I'm not a big refer back to, so, I've learned I'm really trying to make only what we would eat, period. Not today because I made
yeah, big casserole.
a chicken dump casserole, be rice.
Sounds
I don't know. If it were just me, I think yes, maybe Katie, but I think, you know what I think I would do? I think I would like go to places that are good. Like, I'm just going to pick J. Alexander's, but it would be whatever. And like get a salad from there or a chicken sandwich. Like, I don't know. I think I would have stuff here, but I don't think like a whole meal. I think I'd go out and get
yeah.
it. I don't know.
I
Just
can see
thought.
I
Yeah.
could see myself getting, like, lean cuisines or those
Yes.
easy yeah.
Frozen meals. Yeah. Or
I would
Hello
have to say
Fresh.
I would be eating out at nicer
Yeah. See?
restaurants. I mean, I do that now. If, like, he's gone and I'm working, I get off work, I'll get a to go at J. Alexander's, just like you said.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'll
I know.
get a
I
salad
just,
from Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A or Panera's, I'll get a salad from either one of those.
Yeah. So today we're talking about what our relationship with food and what we used to eat in a day, and now on our GLP-1s, what we do eat in a day and how we changed what we ate, right?
yep.
So, gosh, my relationship with food forever was just, I feel like I would gorge myself and just eat whatever I wanted, a lot of sweets. I was, addicted to cookies and cakes and pies. That's what I loved. And if that was in the house, I would eat all of it, all of it. And, at dinner, I ate. You just eat a lot before you get on GLP-1. And I would eat when I was sad. I would eat when I was bored. I would eat when I was upset. A lot of emotional eating. A lot of
Right.
emotional eating. Yeah. And I just feel like since I've been on my Ozempic for my type 2 diabetes, I feel like that has changed my brain almost. Like I said, I love sweets, and it like took my craving away for sweets. It took my thoughts about eating constantly. They call it food noise, but I feel like it took all that food noise away.
Yeah.
And so I made a conscious decision to eat no fast food, not like I said last time, make food at home, eat
Yeah.
nutritious food, eat things that are good for me. And it helps because the medication, I feel like whatever GLP-1 you're on, I've heard, I don't know, but from the 2 of you, I feel like you have the same thing. Like, it takes that food noise away. It takes all those cravings down. It takes away things that you used to like that you don't like anymore. And that helps with the weight reduction, and weight reduction for a type 2 diabetic is extremely important.
Yeah. It
So,
is.
yeah, and so now, first when I started on the GLP-1, I probably, gosh, I would eat a little bit of breakfast, and for breakfast, I mean, I can't even really remember what I ate for breakfast. I know I would always have coffee. I would probably eat like I would take because I was working at the time when I started this, and I would
Right.
take yogurt with some fruit in it, or cottage cheese with fruit in it, or something like that. I would do a lot of protein stuff, and it
So
wasn't
good
very
for you
much.
still. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot that I would eat. And then I generally wouldn't really eat a whole lot of lunch. If I did, I packed my lunch and I usually brought vegetables and, something like that, something along
Okay.
those lines. And then dinner would be, we would always have a protein, a vegetable, and some type of starch. Bob likes potatoes. He would make potatoes or rice or pasta and things like that. And that's what I would eat in the beginning when I was working. But, now that I've been retired, I don't eat a ton of breakfast. And this is still, again, before I started my 16-hour intermittent fasting, which has really only been for about, I don't know, 3 weeks now, maybe like something like
Oh, so
that.
not very long. Okay.
No, but,
Yeah.
and the reason I started that intermittent fasting was because I had stalled on my weight loss. And I want to get down to my goal of 150 pounds. I'm 5'7". When we got married, I was 5'7", 135 pounds. I don't want to be 135 pounds anymore.
Right. Yeah.
But I do want to get down to at least 150 pounds.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm at 185 now. I'm sure I'm down a little bit more. I keep meaning to weigh myself every day, and then every day I get up and then I forget. So I like to weigh myself in the morning when you don't weigh as much.
That's a nice side effect though, because
Yes,
you know,
you do forget about
you
eating.
forget about it because yes, yeah. Especially when you are on I mean, you're not really on maintenance mode. You are, but you're, doing the fasting. But when you're down to where you close to want to be, sometimes you just, oh, I forgot to weigh, so that's a nice side effect.
I'm
You
not a big
forget to
weigher
weigh.
anymore. I used to
Yeah.
weigh every day. I don't do that anymore. I
I think I've
probably
ever
haven't
weighed every
weighed
day.
myself in 3 weeks.
Okay.
I weigh myself at least once a week if I
You
think
Yeah.
about
have
it.
to
Yeah.
because of this. I won't name it, but it's through insurance and I have to weigh myself
Okay.
for the place that my insurance uses to approve my
Yeah.
medication.
Gotcha.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. So I have to do once a week, but other than that, I would forget it. So yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
So you
now with my intermittent fasting, I go from 9 p.m. at night. I stop eating and then to 1 p.m. the next day. And so sometimes I'll get up and I'm hungry. So obviously I drink my liquid IV, make sure I get all my hydration in, and then I'll have a couple cups of black coffee. So that's what I kind of do to get through the morning if I'm hungry. A lot of times I'm not. And so it, doesn't really bother me a whole lot. And so then when I do eat, I can start eating at 1. Sometimes by that time I'm not hungry, but you are hungry. You just don't feel it a lot of times. And
You
okay?
so
know you have
I
to
have my
eat.
notes here. I have my notes here. So I like to eat cottage cheese, like a cup and a half of cottage cheese, and then I get canned tangerines and put like a half a can of those tangerines and put that on top. And I love that. And that's definitely satisfying. Or I'll cut up an apple and use peanut butter and dip my apple with peanut butter. And that's really filling. That keeps you full for a long time. And then I'll make my protein smoothie. I told you earlier what I make it with, but I cut up bananas and then throw those in the freezer. So I use frozen bananas, and then I use those mixed berries from Costco, and then I throw in some plain Greek yogurt. I probably throw a good cup and a half, 2 cups in there, and then I throw some spinach or big handful of spinach and kale in there, so I get all that fiber from that, and then obviously the fruit. And then I put a little bit of milk just to make it like a milkshakey, not so it's not really thick. And then I put in a large scoop of my whey vanilla protein and blend that up in my blender, and it makes 32 ounces. So I get 32 ounces of that. And pour it into 16-ounce cups. So those are the things that I generally will eat. Really, nothing else to start my day.
Okay.
And I've only been really only eating twice a day because you stay full for so long. And you just don't think about it. So I don't know. We have dinner around 5 or 6. And let's see, one day this week I had a salad with spinach, tomatoes, feta, cucumbers, chickpeas, green peppers. And then I like to put quinoa in there. Make up a little bit of quinoa and put a little bit of that, like as a starch. It's not a starch, but it's got a lot of protein in it. And then I'll mix that up and then put a vinaigrette dressing over it. That's really good. That's really filling. We have a lot of chicken with rice and frozen vegetables that Bob sautés in a pan. We have that a lot for dinner. Last night we had the shrimp stir fry with some kale and what else did we put in there? Shrimp. What did I tell you guys? We had green peppers. We had some celery. We had onion. We had garlic.
Squash
We
or
had
something. What did
Yeah,
you have in?
we had a sweet potato that was
Sweet
cut up
potato.
in there, sweet potato in there. So
That was
and then the
close, Katie.
shrimp, and that was over rice, and it was really good. We were gonna put carrots, but I said we don't have any carrots. We didn't have any carrots, so but
Katie
that
had
was
carrots,
really
Kidabara. Yeah,
I got carrots.
yeah, shade carrots. So
Mhm.
so you're saying you eat pretty healthy, but it sounds to me like you were eating kind of healthy before that, like before your GLP.
oh yeah. I was definitely before my GLP-1.
Yeah, because you were like, oh, I had yogurt with, or whatever,
Yeah,
cottage cheese with a little
that's what I
fruit. I
would
mean,
eat, but
that's
I'm just yes, but also, I mean, because I was working at lunch, I would not always take my lunch to work. I would just like go up to Taco Bell or McDonald's or something like that, or Burger King was
okay.
right up the street.
Yeah,
I would go up there and grab that. I would eat all of it, like the
yeah,
whole Big
yeah.
Mac and fries and everything. For dinner, since Bob was retired then, he would usually make dinner. So we would always have dinner at home.
Which
Yeah.
I think is half the battle when you're trying to eat well, anyways. Eating at home is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love eating out. Not saying, but I'm just saying that eating at home is really good too.
Yeah, we don't really eat out a whole lot. Once every couple months, we'll go up to the Bedford Diner and we'll get the all-you-can-eat fish dinner. I will only eat 2 of the fish battered things and some fries, and that's about all I'll eat. And but Bob he'll have me order more fish for him, and then he'll order more. So
Right.
he always eats a lot, but I cannot eat all that anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And then every night for my little snack and for my little treat for the day, I'll get myself some ice cream. I have those small little, you make little small custards in them. I forget what those little things are called, but I'll fill that up with whatever ice cream I buy at the store. It could be Rocky Road, it could be butter pecan, whatever.
Like a
And then
ramekin?
yeah, a ramekin. Thank you.
Okay.
Couldn't
Yeah.
think of the word. And so, yeah, I'll give myself a treat every night of ice cream.
And that's nice. That's good. You need to
Yeah,
you
you
need
need
to
that
give
little
yourself treats. At least I mean mine's gonna be completely different, but when you're eating like that, you need to give yourself treats, I think. For sure.
right,
For sure.
right,
It's got to
yeah,
be realistic. You know,
exactly. It's
100%.
not like you can deprive yourself of a treat if
right,
you want it, for
No.
heaven's
right.
sakes.
It's real
No.
life. What am I going to say?
Right.
I'm never going to eat a sweet again.
No,
Give me a
that's not
break.
true. Right.
That's
Because
not
Never going
me.
to happen.
yeah, I definitely like sweets. Now, the sweet, not the cravings for sweets, but I do like them. I get these little tiny mini cookies at the store, and I'll have like maybe 2 of those every other night, along with my ice cream or whatever. But not every day and not all the time. But I will. You certainly eat those.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds good to
You're
me.
gonna
I
want
love
something.
sweets, but that sounds good to
I've
me.
never been a candy bar person. I don't like candy
Mhm.
bars and stuff like that.
Yummo.
But those
All of it.
Twizzlers, I like Twizzlers.
I
All of
like the
it.
Twizzlers too.
Yeah.
I love
Footlongs or
love me
whatever
a
they are.
Twizzler.
Yeah. What about you, Katie?
Well, first of all, I've never really been a big eater. I'm not gonna lie. I grew up on coffee and Diet Coke. I quit coffee. I quit Diet Coke for a very long time.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got on probably 2 years of drinking mushroom coffee, which I love. But when I started doing the one tide, I was just like, you know, how much money a month are you going to afford for yourself, Kathleen? You're going to have to give up the
Right.
mushroom coffee. So I went back to drinking coffee. I drink a half a cup to a full cup, and that's it. And I do drink one Diet Pepsi a day. Usually I don't even drink the whole thing, but I love it. But I have major control over both of them. I'm
Good.
not yeah, I
And
mean,
that's easy to do on this. Yeah.
it's tough. I struggle with breakfast. I always have. I don't really eat it. Every once in a while, I make myself eat eggs, or I'll have toast or an English muffin. And then usually about an hour later, I'll drink my protein. I drink my protein every day. I don't make anything. I don't have time to do that. This I knew was going to be successful for me is if I got a case at Costco and I always had it on hand, and that's what I do. So that's guaranteed every day. I will definitely do fruit midday. I usually do a banana and an apple or straw, whatever it is, whatever it is. Sometimes things are different. I might go to lunch with my girlfriends. I don't know, but those are not on the everyday. But I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't probably survive this journey without Ritz crackers.
I love Ritz crackers. Those are good.
Yeah, it's really truly helped me out. But I'll eat tuna fish, like a couple bites of tuna fish on a Ritz cracker. I have crackers by my bed because if I get up and I'm nauseated or whatever, I have a couple Ritz crackers. But my biggest thing is I try to eat, you know, something every couple hours, whether it's nuts, whether it's mixed nuts, whether it's granola, a handful of granola that I use, a yogurt or whatever. I'm not
Mhm.
consistent about that every day. I just try to mix everything up. If I have a breakfast, then I, omit that. And then I, will have a yogurt. It
Yeah.
depends on the day. I'm not
Right.
solid in anything I
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Right, 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 right,
But
right.
bringing food into my life was the hardest thing I did because I looked like I sat at a buffet all day and I didn't. I wasn't a big eater.
Right.
But, going to dinner now dinners are important to me. I really, I can't say I always eat salad, but I am kind of like a steak, chicken, just simple vegetable in that. I try to stay away from the starches, but I will tell you this, since I have been on this whole rigmarole here for over a year. I've never eaten so many baked potatoes as I have. And I don't know if my body just says you need a baked potato. And I say, well, of course I do.
Of course.
So I do eat baked potatoes, not a whole one. I'll eat a half of one. It doesn't matter. I'll eat it loaded. I'll eat it with bacon. I don't care how it comes, but if I have the choice, then I get all that. So I don't
Okay.
deprive myself because I feel like I need everything I
Right,
can get in on that dinner.
right,
So,
right, right, right. Yeah, yeah.
if
Need
it
the
doesn't
calories.
matter
Yeah,
to me. We go out to dinner quite often. We did some remodeling around the house. I hadn't had a kitchen for 2.5 months. So I really struggled with
right.
everything except the
Yeah.
Yeah,
only thing I was solid about was my drinking my protein and my fruit. But things are settling down again. I'm getting somewhat back on track again.
good.
And but I do really eat more frequent and I eat more food than I ever have before,
Okay.
which
That's
was
interesting.
which is
But that
interesting
helps.
because I think it was like, how can I be this heavy and not really eat a lot of food? I'm not a big fast food person. I'm not saying that I would ever deny a fish fillet from McDonald's. I just wouldn't. Do I eat one a year? Yes, I do. And I don't care if I sit in the parking lot and eat it by myself because I enjoy it. It's delicious.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
You're there.
But
Eating your little fish fillet.
just me. Hey, no, just kidding. No,
Yeah.
I don't care. Hey, watch me eat it. It's delicious. But yeah, I think that I don't have any great advice as far as food goes. To me, I just try really hard just to eat more and you know make sure that I try.
Yeah.
I try
Yeah.
try to get that protein in.
Which is
Right.
a big deal. It's a big
Yeah,
deal. Yeah.
but I will say this: I am a huge sweetaholic. I have quit sweet for 8 months, and then I'll eat a sugar cookie, and that throws me
Nice.
off. You know what I mean? And so I'll go for a year without eating sweets, and
How you
I'll
can
bake
do
a
that?
cake.
That's right. I don't
I
either
don't
because
know
I,
either. I
I
don't
have
know
no
either.
clue how you do that.
yeah, after 2
But
years, I'm back. I still like sweet. I don't necessarily crave them, but I like them.
I love them.
And I like to have
And
my
I'm
ice
on the
cream.
sweets right now. I'm on the sweets. I got sweets by my bedstand. I'm on it, and
Gotcha.
I'm trying to keep it under control because I know.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I never realized how it truly makes me feel the next day with the sugar. I guess I never really paid attention, but I can see definitely a fluctuation of I get like a little jittery where I gotta stop everything and go eat, eat
Oh,
something.
okay.
And I don't
Okay.
know if this is factual, but like it seemed to carry over from my chocolate covered almonds at 11.
Yeah. Maybe. Probably. Maybe.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Never.
Yeah. So I don't know what the science behind that is, but
No.
again, I don't deprive myself of anything because it's real life.
Yep.
And
It is.
I just try to have moderation. And, if I can just get away with, one homemade chocolate chip cookie, that's great as long as they're not in my
That would.
home
I
because
would
I
have a
won't
minimum
rest.
of two. Yes.
Yeah, I
And
won't
I would eat
rest.
that over anything else.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Just saying.
I
yeah,
mean, if you go to somebody's house and or party or whatever, and those are there, don't kill yourself. Go ahead and eat it if you want it. Eat whatever you want when you're at somebody's house because you're not going to be that hungry and your calories are very much limited on
yeah,
this because you're
yeah,
just full. Yeah.
yeah,
So just go
yeah.
ahead and eat. Yeah.
Well, I'm not above putting anything in a napkin and putting it in my purse for later.
Samesies. That's how I wrap my
Just
food up
say,
when I go to Panera. I have a bagel. I only can eat half, and I wrap the other one up in a napkin. It goes in my purse. I paid for it.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
Gotta go home with me, and I'm
Exactly.
going to eat it later with my
yeah.
100
I
cravings
feel
Right.
that
like
I
I've
bought.
reached an age where I can put that in my purse.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Especially if you know it's yummy and you're going to want it later.
Right.
yeah,
Otherwise, I won't bother with
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Because I don't want a sweet right after I eat. I'm
Oh,
not
I
like
do.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot my
Okay. It's
husband is the
later. It's
same
later
way.
for
I'm
you.
not like that. I'm not like
Yeah.
that.
It's
I'll
later
wait
for
a
you.
little
Okay.
bit, but hey, everybody's got their own.
11:30. And you got to have it. Right.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes people are late night eaters like that. That's how people are built. I'm not a late night
Yeah.
eater. I am
Yeah.
a get up in the morning. I got to have something to eat. Gotta. Yeah.
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 So. Well, mine, so I'll tell you definitely like generally what I eat, but if food has always been a very, even just the word itself has just been complicated and full of leeriness. And I've never had good relationship with food. Never. When we were younger, we had some food insecurities in our home and, um, our mom always wanted to do the right thing as I grew up and have like this really healthy food in the house. And I don't know what it is about me, but I could kick it to the wind. I wanted like a bologna sandwich on white bread with some chips and a
Mm.
cookie and whatever, like chocolate milk and a pop or whatever. So food has been something that I've always related to differently. So as I was saying with our mom, she always tried to have good food in the house. She herself loved to eat healthy and organic and all the vegetables and all the fruits and all the really good things for you, the sprouted bread and all that. She loved it. She's always loved that. But I did not. So not only did we have food insecurity, then there was never food in the house that I wanted to eat ever. And so it's kind of been a negative my whole life, like just it turned into this relationship to where even when I was younger and there wasn't that food I wanted in the house, I would go to the corner store and buy candy and pop and chips. I'd go to my friend's house and just like probably look like a heathen and just be shoving junk food in my mouth because I wanted it so bad. So that carried on into adulthood to where I think what it did to me psychologically was I would beat myself up all the time over what I was eating. And I necessarily would not say, okay, I'm going to eat all this perfect healthy food. Like I didn't really care. I mean, I cared what I ate and I tried to eat well, but I never would either finish it or eat it or want it once I got it at the store or made it for dinner or whatever. And so then, basically I got, let's see, in my adulthood, I felt like I would beat myself up. So psychologically, I would be like, okay, I'm going to go eat this. I'm going to go get this because that's what I like and I want. But then I would beat myself up for eating it. Well, that's what's making you fat. Well, that's what's horrible for you. Well, you shouldn't like that. All those things. Not that our mom ever said that. When we were older, she always wanted us to eat organic, but she didn't really put us down, you know,
She put me down.
when we were younger. Well,
She put
so
me
Wendy's a
down.
little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. And,
Okay,
and
go
I mean,
ahead.
I was called fat butt by her stepfather. So there was that, which I had mentioned in the first one, but never to like, it would always be uncomfortable to eat in my house. Let me just say like that. It's just always uncomfortable. That's just the best way to say it. So as an adult, then I started this war with myself constantly in my brain. It would overtake everything. Being that I was, not a person who went to healthy food because that's what I wanted. Any diet I tried, like I said, Weight Watchers was the only thing that was really successful for me. I was starving on it, starving all the time, all the time. So starting on GLP-1, again, I started on Saxenda, which was a daily and it wasn't as powerful. I still had to eat well. So that I hated it. I was like, is this even going to work for me? And so that's why I started researching other ones and researching other sites. So anyways, got on Wegovy. Wegovy started helping and then got on Zep Bound. Wegovy would fill me up, but Zep Bound is like the mother of all filling everybody up. It is just fantastic. with that. So I didn't start right away going, I have to eat this great food while I'm on this. And I actually just kept eating kind of the way I was eating, which was mostly not great most of the time and sometimes great, all depended. But it slowly went into this. I can order a burger and fry and only eat a quarter to half of that burger and fry. I can order literally like a piece of cake. I'm just making this up, okay? Just some sweet, and I can only eat part of that sweet. That slowly over time started making me feel like I stopped thinking that I couldn't have that. I shouldn't have that. That's what I stopped thinking. And the other kicker was on a GLP-1, you cannot overeat because watch out, you know, you will have digestive issues. But when I did, just like Wendy had said, before I got on GLP-1, I could be full and be like, no, I'm still going to eat. I got a huge dessert stomach and then I'll eat some more. So that was another issue. So I didn't have that. Some people don't have that. I'm full, whatever piece of nerve or tissue, whatever in your brain that makes you say, oh, I'm full, I'm satiated. Never had that. So this has been truly a game changer for me because now I have a healthy relationship with food. And do I eat perfectly? No, I never will. I am never that person. I am never going to do it. We do go through drive-through. Is it consistent? No, but it's a more healthy drive-through now, probably. And it's not because I don't want, uh, a burger from some places. I'll go to somewhere else where I might have soup or, like a fruit smoothie or something and eat that. But I still feel completely comfortable having pizza. I can just pick up the pizza. Where before it would be like, oh my gosh, it'd be this whole thing in my head, beating myself up, making myself feel like crap, constant. And now it's okay, I'll get some protein in, I'll get some vegetables in, but it's the way I want it to be. And I am not afraid of food. We don't have this horrible relationship. So in the morning, I might have a protein bar. I don't really like to make breakfast. I'm not a make breakfaster. I'll make dinner every night, but I won't make breakfast. So I'll have, an English muffin or toast or a protein bar. But if I have something that's English muffin or toast, I'll have a protein shake, some sort of protein shake. For lunch, I am extremely happy with a peanut butter sandwich and pretzels and an apple, but I've been on this kick with pickles lately. So I do pickles with a bunch of vegetables and protein on them and they're delicious. Can't get off of them right now for some reason. It's almost like I'm pregnant. I'm really not. But, cause there was one with ice cream on it and I refused to eat that. Blech. So anyways, then for dinner, whatever I make for the family, a lot of times it's a chicken or a beef, that kind of base, meat base. And then we'll have some sort of side, whether it's, broccoli or, a salad or green beans or something like that. I usually don't have like a casserole. I usually have like, I found these little potato puff things and they were freaking delicious. You put them in the air fryer and then we had that with a vegetable. And Nathan doesn't eat a lot of vegetables, so I always have a fruit too. And so it's pretty balanced. So I love the crock pot. I'll cook the meat up in there and put a dinner together. So that's pretty much my day. I am never hungry at night. I do not care about food at night. I will always, always, always till the day I die, eat sweets after after lunch and dinner. Every time. I don't care if it's a little tiny piece of chocolate. But here's the thing with GLP-1s, for those of you, any of you out there who love sweets, samesies as with Wendy. Katie didn't talk about the food noise as much as Wendy, I don't think, but the food noise for sweets for me it was gone. Gone. Now, I still want one, but I would eat a lot, like 2 pieces of pie that's really delicious, like the pistachio cream pie or whatever, instead of like 2 bites or 3 bites because I'm full. You know what I mean? So it's a different relationship and a different want with the sweets, but I still do eat them because I'm Grandma Gross champ forever, who always also had pudding or whatever she had. So yeah, I feel like for me, GLP-1, and I say this to everyone, that this whole journey has been so incredible to me because I had no idea I could have a decent relationship with food, eat a small amount of the things I want, and still be small.
Be
Period.
successful.
Yes.
I mean, I think we all started off the journey that way. There's a lot of things that I ate then and really tried really hard. Can I eat those things today? Not necessarily.
Yep.
But at least everything is going to evolve. And the more we learned and the more we got comfortable with what we could actually eat.
Correct.
And, everything is in moderation. That's what
Yes.
we're learning,
Yes.
Yes.
And you
Yeah.
have to do it in moderation.
Yeah.
And so now
I'm
that's
not
all
going
you
to
do.
scold myself because I had a chocolate chip cookie. I'm not
Well, I
doing
used
that.
to, and now I don't. Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm
Because I
glad
know
that
that
you
I'm not
don't
going to
do
gain
that.
a bunch of weight just because I ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like before I got on my GLP-1, I was very gluttonous.
Yeah.
I feel like I was. And now
Well,
and now that noise isn't there anymore. That desire to be that isn't there anymore.
hmm
The
Yeah.
desire to overeat is not there anymore.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I could eat 4 chocolate chip cookies anymore.
Oh no.
No.
I would get sick. I don't want, and now my
Right, you
brain
don't
doesn't
want it
want
is
it.
the deal. Right.
Yeah. My brain
That's
wants
it.
one,
Right.
you know.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And I don't necessarily say, no, I only want this amount or this amount. But I agree with you, Katie, in that you start to learn what your body knows and wants, right?
Mhm.
Like Wendy's body she loves all this, what she does with her fasting. That feels really good to her. That doesn't mean everybody needs to do it that way.
No.
It doesn't mean
I
that
just like it.
you eat a kind of a little bit for breakfast and lunch and then have this huge, glorious dinner because, but for a lot of people, that's what they do. It
Mhm.
doesn't have to be, nobody has to eat like this. It's just that you start to form your own patterns and what are good for you
Right.
Mhm.
You're right,
as you're on
Bridget.
this journey, right? Because you
Mhm.
kind of don't, in the beginning, you're like, I don't, because you're not used to being really full. And then you're like, oh, I feel really bad because I bought this and now I'm not going to eat it, so I feel like food for everyone is the same and different, meaning the relationship, whatever your relationship was with food when you started, or as you start, wherever you are, or you're going to start, changes as you go, through it, and
Yeah.
really
Right.
Absolutely.
changes at the end because you're in this mode of now I'm like, I didn't start working out for almost a year. So now I'm in this, that kind of mode. And so I want more protein, et cetera, et cetera. So you fit the bill of what works for you. You don't have to eat all vegetables. You don't have to, but you need to incorporate protein and good things to eat or else.
Right. I don't really work out a whole lot. I might go for a walk every once in a while, but I really don't.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
I don't.
everybody's different choice. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I felt like I wasn't getting enough protein in. So I wanted to make my muscles stronger by working out. Everybody does what works for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
ladies.
Well, this was
Anything
a
else
good
on food we want to
conversation.
talk about?
I don't know.
We're all good.
Anything.
I think we're good. What about you, Katie?
Mm,
I know. I think we've all said our piece. I feel like
Yeah.
I think we've covered,
yeah.
what we feel.
I just don't think there's rules on it. I think every week, every day, everything changes. Life gets in the way. You got to find out what your basis stable, what are your stables are every day. The main thing that you can turn into a routine. And then everything else gets real life involved.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Yes. Yes. You're right.
Yeah,
hmm
I
Well,
think
and
dealing with the nausea, and I mean, I still get nausea. I
I do
do.
too.
I'm not gonna lie, and I don't want to eat, but for whatever reason, if I eat, it does make me feel a little bit better. I just think that it's tough sometimes.
It is.
But our brains are changing from how we were
Right.
to where we're at now, whether we were on it or not. Or we were doing any of this or we're off of it, we would still be thinking about what we're doing more so than we ever have ever in our life.
Absolutely.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
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 I just think food for me physically was impactful than mentally with GLP-1. I needed it more mentally. Some people need it more
Hmm.
physically. And
Yeah.
so for me, it's, and Katie, I 100% agree because I remember you brought up like Wendy kind of has what works for her and where she has it. And that's, so she set it up for success for her. And you've set it up for success for yourself where you're like, well, I just buy a case of blah, 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 whatever, because I always grab one and I know that's my staple. That's what you have to do. You have to find whatever works for
Find your
you that
journey.
you love
Right.
during the day and get that because that
Yeah.
you're going to feel successful on
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta find your own path. Gotta find what works for you.
Yeah.
Can't
I
go
mean, I
off
think
of
if I
what
was
anybody else
retired,
does.
Correct.
my whole system would change.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does. It does change. Yes,
Yeah,
when
it
you're
Oh, it
does
retired.
because
does. Yes.
you want to put the effort into it. You're home and you can make things and you're X, Y, and Z. It's a different. Not that I don't do those things because I do. and I really don't have excuses because I only work part-time. Regardless,
Yeah. And you can
it all
also
works.
prep that stuff. You can also prep.
Yeah, you can.
If you have a Sunday or a Saturday or a Friday or whatever, a morning or a night, everybody's schedules are so different. A 3-hour
Yeah.
block of time, 4-hour block of time, you can do that
Mhm.
too. So that you are. So whatever it is, whatever your routine is, just get the things that you feel comfortable eating on this that do have protein that make you feel like, okay, I can eat this no matter where, I've got it, and I'm going to have at least a good basis, because we know it goes, life goes all over the place. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
percent.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter, peanut butter.
Peanut butter, peanut butter. I love peanut butter toast. So good.
Tuna fish.
I love
Tuna
peanut
fish.
butter with my apples.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
To me,
delicious.
that's really good.
Yeah. 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 Tuna fish I could do without, but I know a lot of people love tuna, and it's got phenomenal
Fish, I don't
protein.
really
Yeah, I
eat it a
love
whole
tuna
lot, but I
fish.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it. With
All
some
right,
nice.
ladies.
Okay,
Another wonderful podcast.
it was good. It was
It was
really
great.
good.
Okay.
I
Until
think we
next
got a lot of good
time.
information out there. Okay,
Yeah.
bye everyone.
Until next
Goodbye.
time. Bye.
The content shared on this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Please consult your physician or healthcare provider before starting any weight loss program.